Hey Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on CapnclydesMTG. Today we've got new secret lair, or wait, we've got, what's it called? Chaos Vault, Hidden Vault? We'll get to that in a minute. There's a new secret lair and that's all that matters, and there's some interesting changes to it. So before we get started, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Links in the description to all the stores where you can buy some cards to support the channel, become a member on YouTube. There's Patreon. There's some stuff down there. Discord, Twitch, and yakety, smackety, that yada, whatever. So check it out. So let's get into the new secret lair. So Chaos Vault, which has become the new secret lair thing, has announced its first drop of 2025. So in an official blog post, Wizards briefly restates the intention of the secret lair Chaos Vault drops. They are designed to be unexpected, sales launching at unexpected times to selling unexpected items. The post also confirms that the email list for updates on future Chaos Vault drops. I'm not sure about the email list. Let's tackle that first, because I've signed up for the secret lair drop things, and I have never, ever got an email from anybody, not even my friends, when the stuff goes live. So I have no faith in this whatsoever. If you guys are getting emails from Wizards, you must be special and they must like you. To be fair, they have plenty of reasons to not like me, because the truth hurts and they have way too many feelings instead of actual common sense. But anyway, moving on. Past that, we've talked about the Chaos Vault before on the channel. So it's going to be weird, and it's going to be interesting to see if they continue regular secret lair drops along with Chaos Vault, or if they just go to Chaos Vault. It's going to be very interesting to see how that works. But there's a new one announced, so the post ends with a tease of what other Chaos Vault drops will entail. It features several pieces of artwork by Miss Libby, Hilika, Ashley, Kellogg Slops. Is that a artist? Anyway, Kellogg Slops. Sounds like why I stopped eating cereal. Anyway, the artwork moves back and forth between watercolor, cozy anime, and impressionistic koi ponds. So it's going to be very interesting where we're going with this. Now, this promise of experimentally is in keeping with the first secret lair chaos drop. That drop, titled the fairest drop of all, had several cards in the style of Art Deco title plates. So we've all seen that. We did a video on it. If you haven't, go check it out in the channel somewhere. Anyway, just type in secret lair, you'll find it. Anyway, one card was illustrated in full profile. If this is maintained, Chaos Vault could serve as an outlet for alternative artists and to entice players with more eclectic taste. I like how they said eclectic instead of eccentric. Anyway, yeah, just a whole lot of craziness, we'll just say. So, with that said, let's take a look at what the actual first vault is of the year. Yep. More lands. But to be fair, these are not terrible. I mean, we have 5 basic lands. We have a plains, island, swamp, mountain, forest. You know, at this point, I kind of wish they would start putting in waste as the 6th land, because wastelands don't get enough love. Am I right? I mean, tell me in the comment section if you're even listening this far in. But anyway, these are relatively nice. These kind of look like foil versions. Now, with that said, I have read somewhere that, and again, this is from an email to myself with no pertinent individual sending it to me just making up stuff, that secret lair drops or drops in general with land in them will start coming with 10 and or 20 of each land. So that you could, I don't know, actually put enough land in your deck to play the deck with just that land type without having to spend $5,000. If that's true, that's a hell of a concept. And again, it's just basic land. By this point, they should realize people are not going to pay out the wazoo for it. especially when it's easy to get anywhere else. Now, with that being said, there are plenty of special lands that I think are sweet and I would pay a little extra for, but I would not pay $40 for 5 of them. I.e., meaning if I wanted to put 10 land in my deck of a color, I'm going to pay $500. That is not going down. Maybe you guys have a different feeling about that. My feeling is when I open my wallet, it screams at me. But, I digress. So if this rumor, quote unquote, which I am making up, obviously, comes to pass, it will definitely make these secret layers with these basic lands a lot more desirable. If when you buy a secret layer, you get 50 land for, I don't know, $50, $1 a land. Oh my God, what a concept. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be $49.99 or $49.95 or anything like that. But I think the worst thing they could do with this, if this, we'll call it story is real, quote unquote, is price the secret layer like this with a bunch of land in it so high that nobody wants it. I mean, to be reasonable, at best these lands are $1. In the secondary market, maybe $2. But with that said, nobody wants to pay $2 for one of these lands if they are forced, for example, to buy all 5. Now, there's plenty of ways we can look at this. We could be like, oh, this is going to suck. It's going to be $2 a land, 10 each land. That's 50 by $2. That's $100 secret layer. Is that bad? No, almost reasonable in my opinion, almost. But then again, you have lands you don't want, yada, yada, yada. Or hear me out, what they could do is instead of lumping all the lands into one secret layer, they could have the secret layer for each land. Dun dun dun. What a concept, right? $2 a land for, let's say, 10 forests. So for $19.99, you could get 10 forests. Or if they do 20 for $39.99 or whatever, you get 20 forests, and that's your one secret layer. And then you can pick the one that you want and not have all the extra ones running around, which will kind of sort of flood the market, lower the value, and make it look like a really bad secret layer. And let's be honest, as hot as the market is right now inside the Magic community, as much as people don't want to hear this, the Magic market is on fire with money and excitement and product value being high. The last thing they want to do is quite literally piss on the fire while they're trying to roast marshmallows on it, and do something that's going to make people mad or at best just drive them away from secret layer and have them just open normal product. They've already done a good job of lowering prices because they took packs out of a box. But at the end of the day, that's a conversation for later because I want to do some math because I almost bet money that we're not getting as big a price drop as we think we are. But I don't know. Haven't run the numbers yet, so don't quote me on that. Anyway, back to secret layer. The last thing they want to do is do something that's really going to throw all this into a tizzy and just make this a disaster from their website. As we also mentioned in a previous video, some emails from myself to myself, from myself, about myself, mentioned how it's going to be really nice to buy from Wizards of the Coast when they start selling direct to players. Hint, hint, wink, wink. The last thing they want to do is start making those sales or the sale model they're testing not hold up to it, because we've seen how Marvel got destroyed in their secret layer, which means they obviously don't have the infrastructure to have large sales. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens if they do choose, hypothetically, to sell straight to the customer. So at the end of the day, we'll have to see how it all plays out. But there you have it, our very first secret layer of 2025. And it's very depressing. And I hope to God this is not a symbol of how the rest of the year is going to go. We already know how hot the set releases that we're going to get this year are. Hopefully, this is not a foreshadowing of how piss poor Secret Lair is going to be. However, with all said and done, I'd be happy if they just stopped doing Secret Lair. So until next time, be kind, and I hope to see you across from the game table.